anyone who is bashing this lady should cease fire, see this video to the end, and understand what is at play here. When I saw this video, my guess was confirmed when I entered the comment section. At least 90% of people in the comment section were spewing fire because they were against what she said. But then, when I took my time to see this video, all I saw was someone whose pocket and mind has been impoverished. And she does not know better. And we can only come at her because her own video made it to the internet. We have grandfathers, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, relatives, well-wishers, people in our places of work, churches, religious centers, streets, and even neighbors who are of like mind. And their videos might never make it to the internet. What kept ringing in my mind was Romans 10:14, which said, "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how then shall they believe in whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear when they have not been told?" Now the question is, most times we look at people open their mouth to speak, but then we do not take our time to ask, do they even know better? Because it takes someone who have seen original and is well familiar with the original to identify a fake when he sees one. And then someone who has never had the opportunity to experience something better might have settled for what they have or what they are seeing around them as being the best. So it now leaves me to ask, what then are our religious leaders doing? Because a lot of us don't know that religious houses are not just places where people are led to God, but places where characters and the minds of the people that worship there are shaped through ethical teachings and constant reminders and convincing that of a fact they deserve better. As much as we keep reminding them that Jesus is Lord and that God is in heaven, we also owe them a responsibility of calling their mind to the facts they are not familiar with. Because most of our religious leaders are well traveled and know better. But I don't know if it is through omission or deliberate that they don't feed these people with the requisite knowledge of what they are supposed to know. I know most of you will come at me to say, but our religious leaders are trying now. And then I will ask you, how do you judge a good teacher? Is it by the fluency of their speeches or by the impact they leave with their students? Because if people like these are what we have as majority in the society, it means that we have not really been doing our jobs. So this is the point where I call everyone to shield their sword, because a man whose house is on fire will not be doing himself good by going around asking who started the fire or who is holding the matchbox. The duty he owes himself first is to put off the fire before tracing the source of the fire. So at this point, I think what we need more is sensitization, massive sensitization. All hands need to be on deck. Everybody needs to go to the street. You all have parents, have siblings, well-wishers, neighbors, and all of that. Begin to speak through to their conscience. Begin to call their mind to the knowledge they need to know. And those of you who have been allowed the enablement and the willpower, whose pocket can afford it, please get your parents and uncles, aunties, rice. Give them pocket money and tell them why their wrong decisions has a ripple effect and halts your effort and opens you up to negativity. Yes, we might have been doing it before, but this is not the time to fall back at what we have done before. This is the time to tell, to keep reminding, to live by example, and to carry each other along if truly what we seek is change that is going to affect every one of us positively. Finally, I ask, aside ranting on the internet, do you have your voter's card? And what will you do to make sure that your vote counts this time around? I hope this makes us well, because now this is the problem. See you on the next video. Thank you.